Well. We have record-setting numbers in every way economically, but we want to solve this immigration problem, which is going on for 40 years, more. It's been going on forever. And we want to see if we can solve it, so we are canceling or postponing the congressional picnic tomorrow. Would anybody in the room have any question or...
This is the funniest thing. ABC News ran a special report headline at the bottom of their screen yesterday saying that former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort has been indicted of and pled guilty to 5 counts of manslaughter. And of course, Manafort hasn't even been charged with manslaughter, at least not yet, but it made for a very funny few minutes of confusion.
Ha ha, very funny, motherfucker.
Hold it now.
Made for a very funny few minutes of confusion. And I genuinely wonder how this happens. Like, were they preparing a story that was actually about manslaughter? Or were they preparing a story about Manafort pleading guilty to something other than manslaughter? But that doesn't really make sense because Manafort also didn't plead guilty to anything. I really am, my main curiosity is, how did Manafort pleads guilty to 5 counts of manslaughter end up on the screen? And it is stepping right into the narrative that Donald Trump has developed, teeing it up for Trump to hit out of the park. Trump immediately tweeting when this happened, look what fake ABC News put out. I guess they had it prepared from the 13 angry Democrats leading the witch hunt. Hashtag stop the bias.
Look at what Time Magazine had to do. They put out this cover that tries to frame this in a way that is obviously extremely negative to the president's position. A screaming, crying 2-year-old girl with this president looming over her as if he's literally ripping her from her mom, when in fact Time Magazine has to run a correction about the story. They haven't corrected the photo. They're still sort of standing behind the idea that this still, in their eyes, typifies the debate. But they're admitting now that this young girl, 2 years old, was never separated from her mom.
We all saw this woman, this young girl, this 2-year-old girl. She came over from Honduras, and as you said, the story we've come to find now, she wasn't separated from her mom. In fact, her father is speaking out about this, and here's what he says about what happened. He said, "You can imagine how I felt when I saw that photo of my daughter. It broke my heart. It's difficult as a father to see that. But I know now that they are not in danger. They are safer now than they were making that journey to the border." So she has been with her mother this whole time. The father actually says he didn't know that the mother took the daughter, that he was
Wait, so safer now in the detention facility than the perilous journey that the mom decided to take and put the kid on? I mean, there's a point to be made there.
So Time
Magazine
Magazine is actually making the opposite point.
Even if Donald Trump did win all of the toss-up states, he would still lose.
Donald Trump is the president of the United States.
Little girls were heartbroken when Hillary didn't get to be president.
Is there a doomsday plan for a time like this?
At this point, what difference does it make?
Let me see you do that shit again.